Hey, what's going on, everyone? How's everybody doing this afternoon? It is touching just about 3 o'clock here on a Sunday afternoon. And I got to tell you guys, it's the first day that's really been not windy, not cold. And for a minute here, we were wearing pretty much almost winter jackets. So today, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. So go figure. Anyway, I have been meaning to get into a few more videos and expanding the video content instead of just showing knives. I'm getting kind of, I don't want to say bored of it. I just want to start opening things up a little bit more if I can. And one of those things that I was thinking about was doing a couple of tutorials on sharpening. Now, my way of sharpening, how does Scab say it? From Quires Boys Cutlery with a Z. I am by far an expert on this, and I am a novice at best. But what I do works. It's pretty darn effective on what I do. Now, normally when I get a brand new knife out of the box, I normally do not break out stones, sharpening, any type of sharpening systems at all, unless it's really, really dull and really bad. You know what I mean? You can tell right off the get if it's dull, and if it's, you're rubbing your finger on it and you're like, man, I got to beat one. You know, they come a lot like that, guys. You guys all know, being in the hobby, when you get a knife through the mail, sometimes they come like, man, you spent all that money and you got a dull knife. So then what do you have to do? You got to go in there and you got to get it back to what it is, sharp. But not so much with this one. That was just an example I was giving you. Now, normally when I get them in, they're pretty darn good. Now, this one is the newest one that I got. This is my Buck 112. And it took me a long time to get this thing to look the way it does. Action-wise, the blade, everything. As a matter of fact, I am going to write the Buck. I'm going to have a lengthy letter to Buck, because I purchased this knife directly from Buck. And the way they sent this knife to me was a disgrace, at the least. Okay? It was a disgrace. Now, I can be anal. You guys know I like my knives to be clean. I like, always when I get my knives, I flush them a billion times. I clean them, the channel. I do all the things that's necessary. But this particular piece that came to me was worse. Now, I don't want to pick any names apart, but I just want to give an example. You guys all know how Rough Riders come. They come dirty. They come very dirty. If you don't work the action, you don't clean the pivot, and you don't clean the if you don't clean that, almost sticking it in a, I want to buy a, what's that thing called? A supersonic, a sonic cleaner to stick it in. That's what I really want, one of them. I'm thinking about buying one of them. Anyway, this knife came to me. When I took this out of the box, I just looked at it and I says, oh my God. It had, the black was actually protruding out of all of the crevices up top here. I wiped my finger like this and I looked at my finger and I was like, oh my God, this is going to take some work. That's how bad it is. I'm not exaggerating. There was black in the nail nick. It was caked. It was caked inside of this nail nick. When I wiped the nail nick, I went like that and looked at my thumb. I was like, it was all stuck in the nail nick. Just black gunk. Again, that was coming directly from Buck, and they will hear from me. They will hear from me. Long story short, we got to move on with this video. Normally what I do is I just do a basic strop. When they come sharp, this one came pretty darn sharp. It did come sharp. Not extremely sharp. It came to the point where I didn't have to take it to a stone, or I didn't have to do anything. I just had to knock some of the boogers and I just wanted to clean that edge up, to refine it, and I thought it would become as good as I needed it, and it surely did. So what I normally do, I take this strop block. I take this strop block right here. And this is your, man, how do I say it? This is your key to success right here that you are looking at right here. If you have ever listened to anything that I've ever said in a video, I would appreciate, and I'd highly recommend getting this strop block. Now, you can get strop blocks all over the place. They're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. But you can't get a strop block that is as quality and as good as this strop block. If you want to put an edge on your knives and you really want to do it right, get this strop block. I'm going to flip it over and show you all the information in a second. I've went over this a million times, well, a couple of times with you guys. This here, you just want to go to Knives Plus. And once you get the Knives Plus, you want to type in strop block. It's right there for you. It's simple pimple. It will come right up. And that's it. You want to order it. You want to hit purchase, and that's it. I think that they are $20 or $25. They are $20 or $25. Sharpen like a pro, even if you're not. And that statement right there is the gosh darn truth. Okay? Strop block, ladies and gentlemen. Knives Plus. Knives Plus. Big plug to Knives Plus, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, I just simply go back and forth. Well, I do not. First off, you can feel it with your finger. If it comes dry, let's go over it quickly, because I want to get to doing this. Every once in a while, I keep it in its original packaging. It comes in plastic, a nice plastic package with a zip on it, and you can seal it. Keep it in there every time you're done using it, because you don't want your strop to dry out. You don't want it to dry out, because every once in a while you're going to want to get your finger like this here. Here's my finger. Hello, hello, hello. And you're going to want to dip it in some mineral oil, and you're going to want to liberally coat like this in circles, however you want to apply it, all the way on the whole strop, and make it nice again. And what that does is it rejuvenates the strop and brings it back to life. It makes the strop, so to speak, happy again. It becomes happy again. Let it sit for a while, let it do its thing, seep in, soak in, and then after a while, then you go do your stropping or whatever. You do not have to do that oil, your mineral oil, all the time. Just once in a while. Look at it, feel it. You'll know if it looks dry. You can see if it looks dry. If it looks dry, apply a coat. Apply a light coat. That's all you have to do. Do not get crazy with loading it. Do not load it. You'll waste all of your material that is on the top. You're going to rub it all off. If you see a lot of green coming off on your finger, you're putting too much. Just a little bit, just in circular motions, just real nice, and you'll see it. It immediately goes into the leather. Once you put it on here, it immediately soaks into the leather. Immediately. And you only use mineral oil. Basically, mineral oil for everything is perfect. You want to use mineral oil. It's good for food. It's not harmful if get it in your mouth for some reason. Instead of all that other stuff, mineral oil is where you want to be for the most part. For the most part. So what I do is I just take it and I do like 5 passes on each side, and then I'll show you. I can't work around this camera, but I'm going to try it. Normally, I have this strop. You want to put this strop on the edge of your table, on the very edge. Like this strop here, here it is, the edge. You'll want to keep this on the edge, so your arm and your hand has room to move down. If it's up on a table, your wrist has no room to move down because you're on a table. But if this, follow me, is on the edge of any kind of table, your hand has room to move, and it's more, your hand's more, and your wrist is more pliable on the edge of any table. So what I normally do is I just take 5 or 10. It's up to you. It don't matter how you strop it. What's most important is the angle. Just get your angle like this. Place it flat. Raise it up until you'll hit it. You'll hit that angle. I'm telling you, you'll hit the angle. Just place it down, up a little bit, you raise it up, and you hit the angle. And you just go like this. I bring mine in like that to get the point. That's how I get my point, because I bring it in. You do it 5 sides or 10 sides on each side. I go like this, I raise it up, and then I come down. Boom. Now I'm hitting my tip. So I'll show it to you in fast motion. I find my angle. I always rest it. Before I do my stroke, always, no matter how good I am, I always rest it completely flat, like that, right? Before I do my swipe. Then I raise it up, I find the angle, then I do my swipe, and I come in, and I'm getting the tip. So, there you go. And what most importantly, I want to touch on something else. Do not do it hard. Almost zero pressure. Extremely, that is another thing that is almost as important as anything I said on this whole video. Do not apply almost any pressure at all. Almost zero pressure. Just put the knife down. Put the knife down like so. And just let the knife do the work for you. Just swipe it across. You'll see it. You don't need to be grinding on it, because I watched a Jared Neves video, and I never knew that, but it made sense. Total sense. There is a thing of overstropping. You can overstrop. You want to know why you can overstrop, ladies and gentlemen? Because you can fatigue that edge. It's called fatiguing the edge. I never knew that. I never, ever knew that. So if you're just sitting there all day long stropping, no. You only need a couple of times back and forth to get rid of. What you're getting rid of is that wire edge. It's called a wire edge. You're just trying to knock that wire edge off. That's it. And it does get makes the edge more keen and sharper, yes. But you don't want to sit there all day and say, wah, 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 wah. Oh, I'm not taking no steel off. I'm only stropping it. I'm just going to keep on. I'll bring it to a mirror polish. No. You will fatigue the edge. It's called fatiguing the edge. You learn something every day. I never knew that, because there were times where I went like that and I thought that I'd get a mirror edge. And guys, this strop here will give you a pretty darn good edge, but you don't have to sit there for 2 hours stropping it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's it, guys. I got a piece of paper here. I don't even know how this is going to cut. Let's see. Listen to how quiet it is. That is as sharp as you need it. That is a sharp knife, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That is a very, very sharp knife. I just stropped it a couple of times, guys. That's all you need. That's all you need. Even so, look at the blade. Look at the edge. It'll come to you. That edge will look pretty. Trust me, it'll look pretty. After a couple sharpenings. Don't do it all in once, but just look at it. You know? That's good enough right there for me. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I don't have to take it any further than that. Now, like I said, if they come dull, do not go into the strop. You'll never get there. You want to sharpen it first with your stones or whatever you're using. But this knife came, I felt it. You can feel it. You guys know. If it comes already sharp and you do your paper test, well, then you can automatically go right to the strop. You don't have to take it to the stones, because you don't want to lose any more metal than you have to. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose any more metal than you have to. I don't know. That's it, guys. Get yourself Knives Plus strap lock, and I guarantee for the $25 that you pay for that strap lock, it already comes loaded. You're ready to go. You guys will be like, whoa, my God. It'll be a game changer. A complete game changer. You guys be good, be well, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And that's what I got. That's my tip. I mean, it works for me. Thanks, guys.